name is Dave. I am Dave Sweeney, aka Dave Gold, and I'm on all Dave and all night. I'm gonna make that right by giving Richie G some credit and giving me that prop. And if you looked at my picture on the top, the mop top, that's me using some graphic arts. And I hope you think that's pretty good use of arts. I'm just here today to vent my spleen, but I don't want to be mean. And that is always going to be my motive. And I want people to call in or to chat in. I'm looking and no one's responding. And I am going to just keep abiding and waiting. In the background, you see the football game on. We have Rutgers University. I'm from the Northeast, the tri-state area, Manhattan to be exact, and Rutgers is the local football team in the Big Ten. They're pretty good, but they're kind of a bottom feeder, if you know what I mean. That's like not too good, middle of the road record. They're starting a new season, though, and they're beating Northwestern now. So that's something that can be registered as holy cow. Wow, a wow factor. Let me take a breath so I can just continue with this discourse. And there's no rhyme or reason. I'm not committing treason. So this is the season. This is the end of summer and the beginning of the Labor Day season weekend. We're moving on towards autumn, but we are now experiencing a semi-heat wave in NYC starting today, and it's supposed to go to the end of the week. And I'm looking at U.S. Open tennis, not on TV because there's been a blackout. Disney and Spectrum didn't come to any agreement. They want to charge more money. Spectrum don't want to raise the fees, so they blacked us out arbitrarily. No U.S. Open tennis, no college football, even no Jeopardy because ABC's been eliminated. So it's kind of makes you wonder when you're deprived of things you want to see or depend on, and you don't have them anymore. And you can't. Well, you can still get a score. I have my cell phone here, iPhone 13, which is fabulous. It takes good pictures. And I can take a picture of me and you here doing the show. But I don't want to get too far off tangent. But I just want to look up and get this cued and take the picture. And let's see. It turned out pretty good. Hollywood. Not bad. And I'm trying to fight off being a little sad because of different things. But overall, I'm just getting that fan down here fixed. I think I want to get calls. And I want to remember the time I went to Niagara Falls. My uncle used to live there in Niagara Falls, New York, and we went there as children, and it's really something. It's a spectacular, what do you call, wonder of the world. It's not an official seventh wonder, but it's pretty darn good. And it abuts, fancy word, huh? Abuts Canada and the United States, in this case, New York State. And I remember when I was a kid, my dad took us there and we had to wear those raincoats when we went down to the bottom where the falls was splashing into the river or the water or whatever it was. I think it's something like that. But that's about that. I'm looking to chat, as a matter of fact. But no one wants to chat. Maybe I'm not doing something right. This is going live. That ain't no jive. Don't call me Clive. All Dave and all night. Richie Guerrero told me to say that. David Lee Roth said that when he was doing a radio show in New York. And why not? My name is Dave, and I am not the rave, but I do like to talk about things. I have the gift of gab, and there's nothing wrong with that. I'm just kind of using this as an outlet to feel good and to do something creative. I feel this is an art form, and it takes something to go 28 minutes. That's the goal for today. Because I used to have a cable access show in Manhattan, and it'd be 28 minutes. I did it for 20 years. So I made a lot of shows, and I made no money off of it. Although I just did get a residual, because I am a professional actor. I belong to Screen Actors Guild and Actors in AFTRA. They're combined now, SAG-AFTRA and American Equity. I'm an equity member. I've never did a professional show on stage, but I did get my equity card out in LA when I got my SAG card. And I think that was not appreciated by a lot of people when I got to New York, that, hey, how did you get your equity card? And I didn't really say I did a professional gig to get it. They thought that was not good that I was able to get it, but that's tough darts. I have it. And I did do an after show. It used to be SAG, and then after it was different. I did an after show in the late 90s. It was called The Chris Rock Show. It was on HBO. And I was brought on as an extra, but they upgraded us because we went to this place in New Jersey, and we were shooting it outside some residences, supposed to be raking leaves. And this other actor was too, and we're right on each other's border, so to speak, lawn border. And he crosses mine and I cross his, and we get in a little argument and a fight. And they told us to improvise, and we did it. And we started to improvise. I'm pretty good at improvising. I mean, if I can talk 28 minutes, that's a good sign, right? But what we did, they said, hey, we like that. We're gonna film this. And then I got upgraded. I got bumped up to a principal part. That was awesome. And as a result, the Chris Rock Show was on, and I just got a residual check this past week after about 20 years. And I had about 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 of those beforehand. And it gave me an idea of what it would be like if I was on a sitcom television show that was highly successful. Some of these ones, like, the obvious big ones like Seinfeld and Friends and all of these, they make millions of dollars a year off reruns, off residuals. But I made $96. They took out 40 in taxes, so it's 56. And I must have, when I filled out the voucher and stuff, and put 1 or 2 dependents, they take out a lot of money. But that still was a thrill to get that paycheck. It gave me a nice little boost that I still am viable professionally. I could possibly work. I'm in my 60s now. I'll be turning 67 later this month. So, ageism is a factor in the business, although no one will admit it. There are really less and less parts, good parts or whatever parts. But that's all part of the arts. And I was talking to my brother in Paris, and he told me that I was lucky to have my health insurance, which I do have. I have Medicare and I have secondary health insurance, Emblem Health from being a teacher in New York City for many years. And I retired back in 2011, and I'm getting pension and I'm getting all my medical benefits, and I have knee problems. My knees are sore, and I'm walking very gingerly on the knees and trying to keep it going. And I finally had to go see a orthopedic doctor, and I had previously had an MRI done on my knees, which revealed to no surprise that I had arthritis in both knees, and it's called osteoarthritis. I guess another kind is called rheumatoid, but osteo is just, I guess, a degeneration of the knee or whatever. I don't know. He said it was sort of like a cue ball that gets all mushed up. That's how the knee is. It's kind of mushy in there, and the meniscuses are torn or whatever. It doesn't really matter. But he gave me a medication. He gave me therapy sessions set up, all covered by my insurance, thankfully, which I'm going to start next week. And then I'm going to take it one step at a time. As he said, he'll reevaluate. And the next step for the knees could be some kind of injection. And he said there's different kinds. The one is a steroid injection. I guess it's a basic. And then they got this one where they put in a little lining or something, injection in the knees. And there's another, like a blood plate injection, where you get blood infused in there, but that's outside of the insurance realm, which I would have to cover myself, and I'm sure it's not cheap, so I don't plan on doing that. But then after that, the ultimate thing is a knee surgery or a replacement. I don't know if that's going to come to that, but I do want to be viable. And to be viable, you got to be walkable. I'm finding that out. It got worse and worse walking, just getting around. And I held off for a long time. I should have gone to the doctor a long time ago, but it got to the point where I had to go. And I like sometimes making decisions when I get to that point where it's just no other option. So that's where I'm at right now. And I'm just saying, holy cow. Because it can be hard to fight off ailments. Your body gets older. I keep in good shape. I go to the gym. And now the good thing is this says I cannot drink. And that's good for me, because I got this, where is that thing? I have it somewhere over here, the prescription bottle. And it says no drinking or no using alcohol unless you consult with your physician. And I'm going to honor that, and I'm going to use that as an incentive not to drink, because I've had a tendency to drink a little too much over the course of my life, and it's due to a lot of mental strife, I guess, coping, living alone, growing up in my family. I had 3 brothers. They all live on their own. They have families of some sort of another. I have a friend, a lady friend, who's a friend of mine, but she lives on the West Coast. So that's not like most, I don't think. But anyway, I don't want to have this to be a pity party, because I'm feeling a little hardy, really. I feel like I am in good shape. I go to the gym still. I'm going to go to the gym after I do this show. I'm going to go to the bank first, get a little money. I think I'm going to get a haircut. Do I need a haircut? I don't know. It just seems I get to a certain point where I feel like I need to have a haircut. But I wish some people would chat with me, but I'm going to just put a notice out. This is my show. Are you watching? Are you watching? Wait. I'm trying to type it right. Watching anybody? Okay. I just put the message out there, and let's see if we get a response. Because this would be great to have an interactive live show, and I think I have a lot to bring to the table. And I'd be willing to do a lot, I talk politics one show, sports another show. I talk a lot of different things. But I really enjoy having to be able to do this. I wanted to talk about watching TV at nighttime. When I go to bed, sometimes I don't sleep, and I actually have the TV on, and I'll fall asleep during a show, and I have my shows lined up. I have certain shows, some shows that have been on TV for ages. Alfred Hitchcock, he's on at 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock. Then Mannix, Cannon, Barnaby Jones, Highway Patrol, Dragnet. They're all lined up Monday through Friday from 1 o'clock till 6:30 when Dragnet ends. And on the weekends, on Sunday, like Sunday, this is Sunday evening, The Fugitive's on. The whole season I've been watching. They do one episode, we're in season 3 now, which is great. But the thing I like to do is when I'm watching the show, I go on IMBD or IMDb. I always get that mixed up. I'm on IMDb, Dave Sweeney. Check me out. I have credits. And my friend Nicholas Garofolo was a guy who really helped me out, get my name up there with the credits. He's really good at all that stuff. And we did some shows I've talked about before. We did what he called the Crime Traveler. Dave slayed the Crime Traveler, which is part of our trilogy. We did 2020, Blood Fear, and Feeding on the Living, which we already had done, and I'm glad we did because Nick has now moved out of New York City, and we're not doing any more. And this Mark Frado made some nice films for me. And I got a lot of scripts. I could do a lot more. I could have done a lot more, but he charges like $1,000 a pop for one day's work, which is quite reasonable, and that includes editing. But $1,000. I mean, I wish I had more money saved. I don't want to lament too much, but I could have done better with my investments over the years. I didn't do quite that well. I'm all right. I get my pension. I get Social Security. I get a TDA check, and I have my own personal savings. I have a few choice stocks, Google, Apple, and Amazon, which I used to have a lot more of, but I sold off. And then after Biden took over, after about the first year, everything, shit hit the fan, and all that went way, way down. And it's come back a little bit, but not like before. So I'm sitting comfortable, and I have a little friend, my little friend Jenny, who I help out, and that's the problem. I never thought I was going to have to take care of anyone but myself. That's what my mom used to always say. Just you only have you to worry about. Don't worry about anyone else. I guess she knew that I wasn't the marrying type or whatever. But I've met little Jenny a few years back, and she's been my little companion. We're good friends, and she's a good woman, and she needs my financial assistance, and I give it to her. And that's that. I mean, I don't want to be a rat, but rat-a-tat-tat. Give me it back! I wish I had all that money back that I gave her, but that's not nice. Because she needs it to stay afloat. And hey, you can rock my boat, but I am not going to be a bad guy. And I look back on my career choices or what I did or didn't do, and I think I've set myself up at this point in time in my life to be a nice guy. If I had gotten fame and fortune, I would have been miserable as a person. I think I would have, the power would have gone to my head, the glory or whatever. It'd be intoxicating. And I would be a different type of person, I'm sure. So I'm humble. I've been humbled in life, and I feel humbled now. Holy cow. I go to church every week. And you may say, whoa, he's a geek. But that's for the meek and mild, child. Even if you're wild. And I have guile. And I use it every once in a while. I keep my job. I work 3 days a week. It's a good job. I work with adults. I teach a drinking driving program for people who've been arrested for drunk driving. They need to take this course 7 weeks now to get their driver's license back. There's no getting around it. So it's a great course. It gives me great leverage. I used to be a teacher, and I'll tell you, the kids knew that I only had so much leverage with them, especially the at-risk students I worked with mainly in Los Angeles and New York City. A lot of them didn't really give a damn. So if you threaten them with, "Oh, you're going to fail," or "You're not going to get a good grade," that didn't mean much to them. But here, they need to get their driver's license back and they need to finish the course. So they know that. I don't hit them over the head with it, but it gives me a lot better leverage, a lot more, I command a lot more respect with them. And that's good because I have all types of people in that class. I said it's non-discriminatory. I have black, white, yellow, red, every religious affiliation, every sexual orientation. They arrest everybody for DWI. And I say, oh my. And the age range, I've had someone as young as 18 up to 80 in my classes over the years. And I've done it since what, 2012? So I'm going on my 12th year now. I'm halfway through my 11th year. And I do it part time. That's on top of my retirement. So I make a few bucks that helps me along the way. And for a while there, with my knee situation, I was thinking I might not be able to do it anymore. But I think I got the medical help I needed, and I'm feeling optimistic that I'm going to be able to keep on plugging. And I'm not drinking, and I'm losing weight. I'm in Weight Watchers. I started Weight Watchers back in 2018. And I weighed in at 315.6 pounds. Yes, I was a blob. In fact, I was so heavy, I had someone come up and ask me if I'd be willing to be afloat at the Macy Day Parade that coming fall. But I said, no, I'm in Weight Watchers now. I'm losing it as we speak. So I'll no longer float in the sky. I'd be propped up by you and be afloat. And I started Weight Watchers, and I was in Weight Watchers until I am still in. The first 7 months, I lost approximately 75 pounds. And then I went on. I didn't quite lose 100 pounds my first year, but in about the 14th month, 2 months after my first year, I hit the 100-pound loss mark. And then that was going into 1920 because I went from August 18th to October 19, and I lost 100 pounds. And we went into the 2020, and that's when the pandemic hit right around March. We were shut down. The whole city and world was shut down. It was unprecedented. And that's when I had to be on my own, and I gained some more weight. So as it turns out, as of today, I'm now 30 pounds over what I weighed at my lowest, which still isn't too bad. 245, I've lost 70 pounds, but I want to go down. And I've been going down a little bit for the last couple months, and I want to continue to go down. And now that I'm not going to drink, I have to take this medication. I think I'm going to start rapidly going down. Rapidly going down. And that will be great. Great news in this town for me. So I just want to wrap this up. You see, we got a few more minutes. It's going to be the 28-minute mark. My standard time for a show, because, like I said, I did the Dave Gold show for 20 years. And they were 28-minute shows. So that gives me comfort that I can do it for 28. And I think it's great. And I remember there's a guy at the studio named Nate. He was a cool cat, as a matter of fact. And I met a lot of cool people at the studio, producers. We were trained and we had to produce everything ourselves. We could get help from other producers. We had to sign up for time and space. And that was a labor of love. I said I had a chance once to go to Comedy Central, and I chickened out. I didn't go for some reason. And I think I really could have busted the doors down if I had gone, but I didn't go. And it's a little bit of wistfulness that I had that I didn't go at that time. But so be it. Like I said, I'm in a better place as a person now. I'm a nicer person, a good person. I try to be the best I can, and I wouldn't have had the friends I've had if I had done that. I'm sure if I had catapulted into that realm of stardom or successful TV dumb or whatever it would have been. But that is something that would have been. And I didn't commit any sin, but then again, I went to some stupid administrative interview for VP assistant principal that I didn't have a snowball's chance in hell to go to instead of going to that meeting. And that kind of grates a little bit now. I was kind of very cavalier about it back at the time, like it didn't matter and other chances will come. But you got to seize that moment. If you're in this business, I know now, and I passed it and I didn't seize it. I didn't kick the door down. No one's going to kick it down for you. Unfortunately, if you have that belief someone's going to discover you or find you, you got to find it yourself. That's why I'm doing this right now. But no one's watching. That's okay. I'm showing that I can do it. And if no one likes it, they can screw it. That's just my typical defiant line. And I say in German to that, nine, nine, which means no, no. Because I wish I could have made something a long time ago, but what can I say? I wish I could have made a lot of money a long time ago. I wish I could have done a lot of other things a long time ago. I just didn't do it, Joe, my brother Joe, I'm talking to, has watched this, or maybe someday he will watch it. I don't know. But in fact, right now I have to go. We have a few more minutes left, and I am going to be finished with this show. And I'm going to say thank you, even for anyone who is watching that didn't respond, didn't chat. Give me a rat-a-tat-tat. Give me a pat on the back. And I will react. Believe me, I will. So this has been a thrill. My name is not Bill. I like to rhyme and ain't no crime because this is my time. And once again, if you don't like it, you can kiss my behind. And that's always what I say in retrospect. I'm waiting for the next rhyme to come up when I say the last word, but nothing's coming. So the seconds are down. We're in the countdown now. Under 10 seconds or almost 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Thank you for watching the show. Hope you enjoyed it. Bye now.